Hi everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Patrick, and you're watching another episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we'll be talking about the big Entertainment Weekly issue that's coming out pretty soon that do with Star Wars. And there was a bunch of interviews in there. One of them was with J.J. Abrams, and he sort of talked about what we're going to see in The Force Awakens. And it seemed to have confirmed quite a few rumors that we have heard before.
Yeah, quite a number. I mean, they didn't really tell us anything we didn't already know.
Yeah.
But I think that says in itself that we already knew a lot of this stuff that we've been hearing over and over again. Turns out, it's pretty much mostly true.
So spoilers, by the way, before we get into any of it, if you don't want to know, but it is in the issue, so it's not going to be like too detrimental to know this stuff. So first of all, one of the things that he said was we're not really sure how much we'll see of the Skywalker twins, but it kind of seems like the role's not going to be super big in this one.
They kind of didn't want to come out and say, Luke and Leia aren't in it that much.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it seems like they're not. And what he said was, if you want to call any of the original trilogy characters a main character, it'll be Han Solo and Chewbacca, who will kind of have a pretty big role in this one, along with Rey, Finn, and Poe Dameron, who are going to be main characters as well.
They also confirmed that, I think it's obvious from the trailer, but that Finn is a runaway stormtrooper.
Yeah, and apparently what they said was now the Empire has been disowned. It's not called the Empire anymore, but now it's going to be called the First Order, along with a sort of small band called the Resistance,
That's basically kind of like the Rebel Alliance has become the Resistance, and the Empire is now the First Order.
Yeah, well, I guess it makes sense, because after, what, timeline's going to be 40 years or something later on in the future?
30 years, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure things would change quite a bit after the events of Episode 6.
Yeah.
So that's another big thing, and what else we've heard was that it turns out Leia is going to come into possession of Darth Vader's lightsaber.
That belonged to Luke.
That belonged to Luke, yeah. And we kind of heard rumors that it would show up again, after Luke loses his arm with holding it. So it seems like at one point they find it, and Leia gets into possession of it. And I'm not really sure, but there was that scene in the trailer where you see the lightsaber being handed down.
It looks like someone's passing it to Leia. That's the way I took that.
Yeah.
So. And one final thing that J.J. Abrams finally put to rest, because there was rumors that, Rian Johnson is doing Episode 8. Maybe J.J. Abrams will come back for Episode 9. So, since he had got the ball rolling, has been very involved in setting up the sequels, maybe he'll come back and sort of finish everything off. But he said, no, not happening.
He's not going to direct Episode 9.
Yeah. They don't know who's going to direct Episode 9. I'm sure they're thinking about it. But he said, he had his time and he's going to move on.
Which I'm kind of excited. I mean, I'm sure he's going to still be producing a lot of it and everything.
He'll still be involved in some capacity, I imagine.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to see someone else kind of finish it off and, change up the directing.
That was the way the original trilogy was, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people consider George Lucas to sort of be the co-director of Return of the Jedi, because he kind of directed it over Richard Marquand's shoulder, but technically you did have Richard Marquand involved in making, creative decisions. So that's cool. And finally, I'm sure you've seen them by now, they released a lot of photos, really nice set photos from, the shoot, and there's a lot of cool things. Nothing too interesting. One thing I did notice, though, there's a shot of C-3PO, and aside from the fact that he's got a red metal arm, because there was always this debate, because there was one version that was red and one version that was
black.
not. Yeah. So it's red, I guess, unless he loses it again, which we also mentioned before.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But if you look in the background, it looks like they're in the Yavin war room, because you can see those green glass panels, it looks like to me, and it looks like there's rebel soldiers around. Yeah. So I think that's on the Yavin base.
There's also a cool shot of Donald Gleason playing General Hux, which is his name. He's got his arms kind of in his coat, which is a little weird. I don't know, because his arms, his sleeves are kind of empty on the sides, and you see his big bump in his chest. So it seems like he's got his arms in there, but it looks pretty menacing. So that's kind of exciting to see, another dark side character kind of coming, a bit more menacing than just some generals that kind of sat back most of the time. I don't know.
Yeah. It's just cool just to have more glimpses of the movie, stuff we've never really seen before. So, yeah, it's really exciting when stuff like this happens. The cover for the issue is amazing.
Yeah.
That really nice photo of Kylo Ren there.
Yeah.
So, if you've checked out the image, we just showed you the images.
We'll definitely buy the issue ourselves, because we want to look at it in person.
Actually, often, when they release these things digitally ahead, often in the printed version of these things, because they're released a little bit later, they sometimes, just for extra bonus content to get you to buy it, they may add a little bit more that's not released on the online free one. So that'll be interesting to actually get that and see if there is anything else in there. So thanks for watching. Leave us your comments, subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you next episode.